Hi everyone, Susie here from Minnesota, and I garden in a zone 4, and I'm going to be showing you my seedling tour. These are my perennial seedlings and also my annual seedlings that I had started back in January. The perennials were started in January and February, annuals a little bit later. The perennials are done hardening off. I'm just not sure where I'm going to plant everything. This is all Jacob's ladder. It's kind of got that ferny foliage. It's pulmonium. To the left here, I think this is blood sorrel. It's really neat. I like that foliage. So I'm going to give that a chance. It may or may not come back in my zone. This is Anthos valerian. It's looking a little tough. There's a better one in the back there. I pulled that one out just to give it a good chance, and honestly this was the most horrible looking one, and that turned out to be the best one. That is a clematis back there. It's called Phyllis. I had to get it. I ordered this online because my mom's name is Phyllis. It does not look the best, but as long as there's good roots on that. Lots of foxglove. I have the Camelot mixture, Foxy foxglove, and then the Dalmatian hybrid peach and creme ones. I have lots. So I don't know where I'm going to plant everything. We'll see. It is windy today. I'm very sorry about that. Here I have more Jacob's ladder. Lady's mantle. That looks really nice. Small, but I grew that, so very happy. Heuchera. Is it crimson ruffles? Let me get to this side here. That way my shadow's not in the way. I only have 2 in there. That made it out of 2 sowings, but 2 is enough for me. Isn't that pretty? Especially when I don't have the best luck with heuchera. So far it's growing good in the pots, but we'll see what happens when I get it in the ground. My poor dwarf goat's beard. Some have crisped up. I might have had too much sun. That was my fault, but we'll see. These are my hydrangea cuttings I took last year. Looking okay. These 2 on the left are better than the ones on the right. I have peppermint in here. It looks pretty tough. I already planted some. We'll see if I keep the rest. In the front, I have Japanese anemone, Palace purple heuchera. So far, everything I'm showing you are perennials that tolerate my zone 4. And yes, lots of columbine. I have Denver gold, alpine columbine, and then I think a swan pink yellow. So it looks really good. I've grouped all of them together just because we had some cold nights, and then I had put a fleece cloth on it. They probably would have tolerated it, but I've gone through a lot of trouble to get them to this point. Yeah, lots of foxglove. And then this is Diamond Frost Euphorbia. It's a mess back here. It's a work in progress. I'm cleaning things up. I'm getting things in my garden situated, and some of this stuff has to go to storage. I do apologize for the mess. But this is a plant I brought in last year to overwinter, Diamond Frost Euphorbia, hardening that off. It's going through a transition period, but still looks okay. Over here, I have lots of zinnias, some sunflowers. It's 50 degrees right now, so some of these are going through a little bit of shock, but that's okay. This is a 3rd day for hardening off. So it's been a lot of in and out in my plant room, which is in my garage, which is easy, but still a lot of work. I think the marigolds look lovely. I know they're a common plant, but I can't wait. Look at that color. snapdragons right here, they really throw a fit with the hardening off. I'm hoping by the weekend I'm done with that hardening off process and I can plant some of these up. This is mahogany splendor hibiscus, Texas sage. I have agara, and African daisy. That kind of throws a fit about the cooler temps too. Lots of Nicotiana on the right side. This is Peruvian tobacco, Swavolens. And I'm just gonna go over here real quick because these are all some perennials I started. This is a sightseeing mixture, Veronica. And look, I've already got a blossom. Probably started them a little too early. We'll just kind of go to the back here. You can kind of see that color on the mahogany hibiscus. Just love that. This is Cerinthe. I went overboard on Cerinthe. I don't know why. I think it was just so easy to germinate. And then over here, lots of oregano and a bunch of herbs, basil, parsley, sage. I have chives in there. Hyacinth bean vine. There are some empty spots because my aunt came and took a bunch of flowers. These are sunflowers. This is the second sowing because the first one's got a bit big, or I should say leggy. Down here, this is a Rigeron. More Cerinthe. Gotta love that foliage. Looks like I have some watering to do. This is Nicotiana lime green. Datura right here. This one definitely throws a fit whenever it's cool, but it perked up once I got it back in my plant room. Some geranium cuttings. Of course, more marigolds. And this is Kufia Pink Shimmer. I think this is so lovely. It's dainty. I really like this. Lemongrass. Lemon balm. Yeah, lots of it. That's okay. Back here, these are dahlias that I started early. I think they're looking pretty good. Little droopy, but again, it's because it's chilly. This is rosemary. I'm growing this for my niece. I asked her if I could take some cuttings from it when it gets a little bit bigger. This right here is bunny tails. Morning glory vines. Again, my aunt she likes a lot of the viners, so she took a lot of that. Some cuttings. I topiaried a coleus. I got bored. Yeah, with everything else I'm doing, oh no, I have some stuff that's leaning. Back here, I have Blushing Susie, Black-Eyed Susan vine. That looks really good, along with some moonflower vines. My aunt took a lot, 3 of those. The rest are for a friend. Yeah. These are vigorous. This is the Morning Glory Heavenly Blue. I mean, they grow like a weed. The stakes in there is just like debris from my garden that I created because they just are aggressive. Geranium cuttings from last year that I have a hard time getting rid of because it's so pretty, but we'll see. This is my first sowing of sunflowers, and you can see they definitely got leggy. I know they're sunflowers and they get tall, but some are already forming heads. Right here. Lots of wandering Jew cuttings. So easy to propagate. And then lots of coleus. More wandering Jew. And some plectranthus in there. They didn't do the best for me. They looked pretty tough from the first cuttings I took, so they're a little tricky to get to root, so at least on my part. And then over here is Brawalia. It looks a little scraggly. This definitely gets really tall. It says about 2 feet for this variety, Blue Lady. And but I think I'm gonna kind of use it as a trailer, but it has a bloom. Yay, it's so pretty. I just can't believe all of this fit into my plant room. But yeah, all of this will be going back in tonight because the low is supposed to be 34. They definitely can't tolerate that. So it is a process, but I'm getting there. It's going better than what I thought it would be. Like I said, I have some that I don't think they need to be watered. They're just not liking either the sun on them right now or the wind. I really like the snapdragons. It's a shorter variety, I think apple 20 blossom or apple blossom, something like that. So hopefully you liked my seedling tour. I know a lot of these varieties are common, such as zinnias and marigolds and snapdragons, but I'm just so ecstatic that I grew all this, and I can't wait to see how, I don't know where I'm going to pot them up. So that's, and I'm not going to think too much on that. I think once I get to that point, I'll just determine it at that. I was going to sit down and start charting everything out. I'm like, nope, I'm just going to wing it. I think it's more fun that way. So hopefully you enjoyed this seedling tour, and bye for now.